Welcome back to all new episodes of Powerboating in Paradise TV as we join members of the Florida Powerboat Club on Interstate 10 heading for the Emerald Coast Poker Run 2014. This is Stu Jones, and thanks to all of our TV viewers for waiting patiently through our summer break while we staged new Poker Run events. So the next several episodes are brought to you by Northwest Florida's Emerald Coast. So let's get to it.
Getting things kicked off here for Boat Week Tuesday night, right in front of the Emerald Grand HarborWalk Village, and Coyote Ugly. They have given us the venue for the big Fat Tuesday parade. And what I mean by that is they're letting us put powerboats in the parade, which is traditionally all of these Mardi Gras style floats. We've done this before, it's not our first year, but this year we got some really cool displays. And all together, I think all about 15 or 20 floats for tonight's parade. Real exciting here as we get things kicked off on a Tuesday night, 10 minutes counting for the start of the parade.
The Fat Tuesday Parade is fun for the whole family, and since we've added powerboats to the parade mix, this is a fantastic way to let all of the locals and visitors know that the poker runners are in town and ready to play hard. And you can't beat HarborWalk Village for all of the great shopping, dining, and entertainment, which featured the all-new Margaritaville in the center of this amazing complex. Special thanks to the boat owners for entering their boats in the parade, which was attended by thousands of visitors. Stop number 2 on the Boat Week entertainment agenda took us to Hellenbach in Fort Walton Beach for Ladies' Night with a Hawaiian luau theme. Once again, the Hellenbach staff did a great job of entertaining our poker run guests and rolling out the red carpet, or should I say pizza and cold beer. Thursday offered up a doubleheader on the hospitality calendar, and if you're a sponsor, organizer, or Emerald Coast Foundation board member, you can't miss the sponsor party hosted at the Ramada Beach Resort in Fort Walton Beach. Charity President Chris Seaman got a chance to thank all those involved in this tremendously successful event, and I joined in to remind everybody that it's the generous powerboaters who attend every year who are instrumental in the Emerald Coast Poker Run's success. Of course, the big hit on the Boat Week agenda is the Miss Boat Week contest at the Swamp Nightclub, located at the Boardwalk Entertainment Complex on Fort Walton Beach. It's attended by hundreds of poker runners and sponsors and spectators every year, with over 20 beautiful contestants who parade gracefully in evening wear and swimwear fashions, and they're even given a chance to ham it up for the crowd. It's a great honor and a lot of fun to be a judge for this contest, and every year the Florida Powerboat Club members raise the bar with their donations for this honor. Special thanks to our FTC sponsors, Joe and Vicky Amodio from Tilted Kilt Franchising, for their generous 5-figure donation to the charity, which helped to set a new record for this Thursday night event on the Boat Week agenda. We'll be sure to have the winners in our next episode of Powerboating in Paradise TV. Friday morning came and it was check-in time at the Emerald Grand. We've got captain's meetings before all poker runs, and it's very important that we go over all of the safety management program, talk about the poker run course, and get all of the local law enforcement agencies on board to discuss the important aspect, safety being a top priority. The Emerald Grand is one venue, and also the Ramada Plaza Resort on Fort Walton Beach is the second venue for the captain's meetings, and thanks to our volunteers for helping out with the check-in. We used the ambassador room to go over the poker run course, and we got everyone on board with safety, paying close attention to the course maps and the safety guidelines for the weekend of fun. So with all of the Boat Week festivities behind us, it's time for what we really came for, and that's the Emerald Coast Poker Run. We've got 3 days of poker run fun and flying now with Timberview helicopters, Lisa our pilot for the weekend, as we get down for some close-ups of these fantastic boats. Don't go away, we'll be right back with more highlights of the Emerald Coast Poker Run.
Dude, you're scaring me.
Tilted Kilt, pub in Italy. A cold beer never looked so good. What's before you? Is it the catch of a lifetime? A moment of courage? Or the thrill of being captain? For over 75 years, Mercury Marine has delivered countless boating experiences. Join us as we continue our adventures and power yours. With Mercury behind you, the world is before you.
Race boats and poker run enthusiasts alike count on Lavorsi Marine's controls, instruments, and gauges for top performance. It's why for over 25 years, Lavorsi has become standard on most leading high-performance boats, even the military. From digital throttle and shift controls to cableless LED tab and drive indicators, Lavorsi offers cutting-edge equipment for critical data about your engines, drives, and onboard systems. Lavorsi Marine, the #1 choice in performance boating.
So, you're looking for a place to go on vacation, where the water is warm and the nights are hot. A place to remember, a place to get lost, or blend in with the crowd. A place that defines your individuality. A place to test your skill at something new. A place that feels like home away from home. Visit Jacksonville, Florida.
Welcome back to Powerboating in Paradise TV, featuring the Emerald Coast Poker Run 2014, brought to you by Northwest Florida's Emerald Coast, in the heart of the Florida Panhandle. And we are up in the air with Timberview Helicopters. That's our pilot, Lisa. As we cross over Destin Harbor, there's Emerald Grand on the right, one of our headquarter hotels. But today it's all about the boats, as Friday afternoon we're out for the fun run. Here's Ryan Borrell from Louisiana in his 30-foot Spectre Cat twin Mercury outboards. What a great boat for a poker run. Another great boat, a little bit bigger, a 39-foot Cigarette Top Gun. This is a fantastic boat for poker runs. Change order, and Wes Bass is a regular. He comes back every year. This is what we call the money shot, a cockpit close-up of Dave and Jan Newman and all their crew on their 28-foot Sunsation called Jansation. They come back to this event year after year, and they love seeing all the cool boats. Let's say hi to Glenn and Charlene Wilson in their 28-foot skater called Danger Kitty, another great cat for this very calm poker run course. Here's Roger and Pam Anderson, who come all the way from Texas. It's their 7th year in a row. They love the white sand, the blue water, and the great people that powerboating lifestyle attracts. You're in fast company when you're with Kelly Sills. This is his 38 skater called Asphalt Babe. He comes to this event every year. He says he loves the location, the nice bay waters, and he likes how smooth they are for running his fast cat. Here's another fast cat. This is Kenny Armstrong from Texas in his 48-foot MTI called Team Phantom. He's always got that boat loaded up with a crew that are here for one reason, to have fun. We had a sneak peek of this boat earlier in the show as it rolled down Highway I-10 headed for the poker run. This is Chet Hoppin, who came all the way from California with his buddies to attend. Chet is a 15-year veteran of Florida Powerboat Club. Say hi to Gerald Haining from Texas. He's out enjoying his brand new 48-foot MTI Excuses powered by Mercury Racing 1650s. Another big fast cat. This is David Landsman from Maryland with his 50-foot outer limits called Team Gold Digger. Take a close look at the incredible graphics on this 50-foot cat. Another first-timer to the poker run, Wayne Chen from Louisiana in his 42-foot fountain called Asian Persuasion. Say hi to Shane Moreau from Louisiana with his 32-foot center console Scarab. Pair of Yamaha outboards on the back. What a perfect poker run boat. Here's Michael and Michelle Summer, who towed their boat all the way from Illinois. They said that it was worth every bit of the 2,000-mile trip that they took to come to the Emerald Coast Poker Run. Now we're flying high with Lance Panapinto and his family on board their 30-foot Baja. They bring it here every year. They tow it with a motorhome and stay in the RV park. What a great way to travel. Let's thank Tony and Tommy and the crew from Niceville Fire Rescue. They're out there patrolling our poker run course today and providing us with the safety management that this event very much needs. Thanks, guys. Now we're taking a change in the course as we head westbound towards Navarre on this beautiful Friday afternoon. We're joining Derek Wacob from Oklahoma in Plan B, his 42 cigarette. Here's another crew from Texas, Warren Foreman in his 46-foot skater, X-rated. His boat back at home is a 47 Fountain. Always good to have two. There's a fantastic shot from the cockpit of the Timberview Helicopters R-44, and you know why they call it the Emerald Coast. The beaches are beautiful, and here we are now at Juana's Pagoda's Navarre Beach. This is going to be our lunch stop for our Friday fun run.
Emerald Coast Poker Run 2014 edition, our first day of flying Friday here as we fly with Timberview Helicopters from Destin. We just completed a 1-hour mission as we headed out over Crab Island, and there were a lot of boats out there waiting to get their 5 minutes of fame. We managed to get about 24 boats so far in the first hour. We've flown all the way down to Navarre now, and we're going to go have lunch at Juana's with the rest of the boaters. What a beautiful day. Clear blue skies, light winds, ideal for flying, ideal for taking pictures and video, and it's been just fantastic. So day one of the big Emerald Coast Poker Run, at least day one on the water with members of the Florida Powerboat Club. Let's go check out the party.
Juana's Pagodas is a big hit with boaters here on Florida's Emerald Coast, and you can see why. They've got great dockage and a beautiful beach, but they've also been adding on to the restaurant. They've got a new sports bar, plenty of room for everybody to get into the AC. But right now, everybody's just cooling off in the water by the boats and enjoying what they came here for, and that's the beautiful white sandy beaches of the Emerald Coast. Don't go away. When we come back, we'll have the AJs rock the dock party, and we'll announce the winners of the annual Miss Boat Week contest here at the Emerald Coast Poker Run.
It's the Boat Show, the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show, October 30th through November 3rd. It's a family affair. See over 1,000 boats of all shapes and sizes with factory experts on site. Catch cruising, fishing and diving seminars, free kids fishing clinics, electronics, art, jewelry and fashion, food, drinks, live music and opening night fireworks. All at the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show, October 30th through November 3rd. Get discount tickets at showmanagement.com.
When it comes to deep impact boats, sexy is an understatement. From mild to wild, each deep impact is unique. If you're looking to build a beautiful custom boat with all of the creature comforts and speed that you need, then Deep Impact is perfect for you. Choose from our cabin, open, TE, or Poker Run Edition models, available in 33, 36, or 39-foot options with twin, triple, or quad engines. Schedule your sea trial today. Deep Impact Boats, now available exclusively through BoatsDirectUSA.com.
In the world of racing, there's only one thing that matters: results. The pros are taking notice of the latest in fuel technology, Boostane. Boostane is an engineered octane concentrate that delivers on its promises. Promises that are documented by independent testing facilities. Safe to use in any internal combustion engine, Boostane can achieve octane levels previously unattainable in the fuel additive market. Want race fuel at a fraction of the cost? Simply follow the quick ratio chart to achieve your desired octane level with Boostane.
We may not all be in the same boat, but out on the water, we're all on the same wavelength. In the Florida Keys and Key West.
Hey, we're with Team Phantom here at Juana's Pagodas in Navarre on the Emerald Coast Poker Run. And you're watching Powerboating Paradise TV! Woo!
This episode of Powerboating in Paradise TV is brought to you by the Emerald Coast. Right now we're with our friends and members of the Florida Powerboat Club as we wrap up the party at Juana's Pagodas in Navarre. Remember, it's only Friday afternoon. We haven't even started the poker run. This is called the fun run. And the key here is that everyone who got into town early, they want to get as much boating in as they can here on the Emerald Coast, so that's why we have this event. Here's Lad Spring with his 42-foot Cigarette X called Spring Break 2. It's powered by big Mercury Racing 1350s, and it is one fast cigarette. Here's another fast V-bottom. This is Scott Favre from Louisiana, a 38-foot fountain. I love the paint job on this boat. It is just spectacular. And new to the Emerald Coast Poker Run this year, we have introduced the Ruby class. It's for smaller local boats like this Cobalt 28. Here's another bird's eye view from inside the helicopter. As you can see what great conditions we have for flying and boating today. Still a lot of people just rolling into town. Our sponsors from Boats Direct USA, Mark and Eileen Fisher, are launching the 39 Deep Impact. And we caught up with Rich Johannick in his 40-foot Advantage. He took a quick shot out to East Pass. We picked him up and got some fantastic footage out in the beautiful Gulf Coast. And here's a fantastic shot of the legendary Crab Island. It's a landmark here in Destin and the Emerald Coast, just inside the East Pass. A lot of boats gather here all the time. Now there's Crab Island off in the background, Destin Harbor in the foreground. A lot of boats coming and going all day long. And here is AJ's Seafood and Oyster Bar, where we are going to have our big party tonight. But it's time to land the helicopter. We've had a great Friday afternoon of flying, and we're going to put this R44 down and get ready for the party tonight as we head off to AJ's for the Rock the Docks party. I want to begin by thanking AJ's staff and Alan Laird for rolling out the red carpet and putting on a great party, as they always do, to welcome our captains and get this event kicked off. They are on the waterfront, so it's a great place to display the boats. Skip Raver and the team from Cigarette had a bunch of cigarettes on display. And there's Black Diamond, the 52, along with the 48 MTI ZR48. There's a great shot of AJ's looking down towards HarborWalk Village, and you can see just what a vibrant waterfront this is, from the commercial fleet to all of the poker run boats. There is just so much action going on here in Destin Harbor, and AJ's is the one place that you can come to and feel like you're right in the middle of everything that's going on. We got up to a beautiful Saturday morning, and that means it's poker run time as we join these crews at Legendary Marine by Brooks Bridge as they get into the water and they're getting prepped for a big day of the Emerald Coast Poker Run. Not only are the teams getting ready, but so too are all of the Poker Run volunteers at the checkpoints.
AMI Kids supports the Emerald Coast Poker Run 2014.
Today we're flying with John Woodruff from Georgia, who brought his big Bell Long Ranger to fly and help us out with our assignment. We've got Nancy Hancock and his daughter Allie on board to help us out. And we have got a big assignment today because there's 160 boats on the water attending this event. And it's our job to get down and close and get great photo and video of everybody. Today's poker run course will involve about 9 checkpoints from Sandestin all the way to Pensacola Beach for the Emerald class. The Ruby class will have an entirely different set of checkpoints for the other boats. Here's Gary Goodell in his 38-foot Cigarette Team Caveman. This is the same team that races those big cats on the Superboat circuit. Here's Jim and Lynn Archambault from Georgia, who have made Destin their second home. What a fantastic ride. Another very cool V-bottom. This is Brian and Margie Davies from Louisiana in their $3.99 skater. It's one of few skaters that is actually a V-bottom, not a cat. Gotta say, I'm enjoying the view from up here in the helicopter. Joe and Vicky Amodio in their 40-foot performance. They came all the way from Georgia, and they're sponsored by Tilted Kilt. Eric and Krista Hughley came all the way from Texas and enjoyed the event in their 42-foot fountain. They love the open water and making new friends along the way. There's a nice shot from inside the Windship helicopter as we catch up with Steve Anderson, one of our local teams in Team Water Damage, a 35-foot Baja. Slowing things down just a bit here as we head into Joe's Bayou for our first card checkpoint at Trip Tolbert's house, sponsored by the Ramada Beach Resort. You're watching the Emerald Coast Poker Run here on Sun Sports. Don't go away. We'll be right back with more of this exciting event with members of the Florida Powerboat Club.
No hidden fees, no need for stress.
savings, it's on. We got over 3,000 cars in stock. Get financed in minutes and drive off the lot. Now with 4 locations, Miami, Orlando, Lake Worth, and West Palm. You want to save thousands on your next ride? Come to offleaseonly.com.
Hey gang, welcome back to Powerboating in Paradise TV for our final segment as we present the Emerald Coast Poker Run presented by the IP Casino and Emerald Coast. We're now with members of the Florida Powerboat Club as they head across Choctawhatchee Bay, and there is a wide variety of boats on this run. Let's check in with Bill Robbins from Texas with his 38-foot Donzi Daytona center console called Pirate Nation. Here's another boat from Texas. This is Clint Kellum with his 1990 Fountain Fever 38. It's his first time here. His friend from Texas convinced him to come, and he says he'll be back again next year. Now here's Shane and Tana Karras from Louisiana in their 36-foot Baja, Just Saying. It's their first time on the run. They said they had a fantastic time, and they can't wait to come back next year. Here's Mike Thornton from Kentucky in his 388 Skater. Mike is one of many teams from Kentucky who joined us alongside his co-driver Bill Piver Jr. from Jacksonville, Florida. Now here's Brian Shelton from Indiana with his 40-foot MTI called Live for Today. Brian says he comes back year after year because he loves the boating here in the Emerald Coast. Here's Joe and Tara Reed from Louisiana with their 38-foot cigarette called Team Gun Show. They just bought the boat. They're loving it. They said 5 stars to the organizers of the Emerald Coast Poker Run. Hey, those are pretty good ratings. Now it looks like the pack is slowing down a bit as they enter the channel into Baytown Wharf at Sandestin. I was very happy to see this checkpoint back on the roster this year, and the reason why is that it takes the boats further to the east end of the course. It kind of opens things up and it gives these guys a chance to really open up the throttles and run hard. Got the whole crew handing out the cards here as Team Phantom pulls up to the dock to get their poker card. And you can look and just see how clear and perfect the conditions are today. Certainly, it's the middle of August. It's definitely very warm today, light winds, so the only way you can escape the heat is to push those throttles and get up and go. We do allow everybody to take off their life jackets as they cruise in for these poker card checkpoints, but when they get back up to speed, it's time to put the jackets on. And that's what they did on this boat. Tim Brooks from Louisiana with his 38-foot Power Quest called Go See. And you notice it's one of the few boats that has a bimini top up today to get out of the sun. Let's say hi to Cliff and Melissa Anderson from Texas and their 25-foot Eliminator, YOLO, You Only Live Once. It's got more power. They said they had a great time and they can expect to be back in 2015. Here's Josh Kirkland from Georgia, and he's waving that fountain flag. 42-foot Lightning. I love the paint job. Got big power Mercury Racing 700s, and that explains that rooster tail coming off those number 6s. Here's some big power. Bob Bull in the foreground with his 50-foot MTI Cat full canopy. This is virtually a race boat, Mercury Racing 1650s, but it's set up for poker runs. On the other side is Richie Prince, came in from Louisiana to join the run. A lot of big, fast MTIs here on this event year after year. I couldn't help notice this was a good move on Bob Bull's part as they separated to go through the bridge. There was a cruiser, and they didn't want to crowd the entrance to the Mid-Bay Bridge, so Bob Bull broke away. He's off screen as they passed through the bridge. Now we're checking in with Bo Renfro from Georgia with this 33-foot Wellcraft Scarab. I love this boat, a 99. Obviously, Bo's put some time and effort and love into the boat. It looks brand new. It is simply gorgeous. Making our way up now to the north end of the Poker Run course. This is the North Light Yacht Club, and it's in Niceville, Florida, and that is the north side of Choctawhatchee Bay. It looks like Bill Robbins making his way up to the dock for a poker card. If you've ever had a chance to stop in here, they are nice, so it's a good thing they're in Niceville. Everybody here is nice. It's a great marina. Everyone who stays here says it's fantastic, and everyone who's had a chance to stop over knows that the restaurant there is pretty good too. So I want to thank everybody at this checkpoint for their volunteer support and for being so nice to all the poker runners. Notice how everybody has their little card maps out. That designates the team number that they are, as all of the course marshals are keeping track of what teams come up. As you can see, the eye candy value here is pretty darn good on the Emerald Coast Poker Run, making it a fun event year after year. A low pass here as we fly over the spectator fleet. A lot of spectators out today. It's a beautiful day, and the Poker Run is a big event locally. Say hi to Michael Rowling from Louisiana and his 38-foot cigarette Top Gun. And he recently won second place at the Smoke and the Sound Poker Run in Biloxi, Mississippi. There's Derek Wacob and his 52-foot MTI Black Diamond. It's got big Mercury Racing 1650s. It is one fast MTI cat. We're going to start wrapping things up here, part one of our Emerald Coast Poker Run. When we come back in our next episode, a lot of highlights from Crab Island, the big party Saturday night at the Emerald Coast Convention Center. There's the truck that somebody's going to win. So we've got more fantastic highlights on our next episode of Powerboating in Paradise TV, brought to you by the Emerald Coast. This is Stu Jones. Thanks for watching. See you next time.